covered
leader
job that it's supposed to be
in
doing, and it's
the
not a
Eastern
very tough
District.
job.
sadly.
And this is all the kind of guidance that the CDC is putting forward. But I'm going to let Bob Redfield speak to that. This gives leaf there, Bob. I read this gives leaf there, Bob. I read this gives leaf there, Bob. I read some 7 million children in America deal with mental health issues, and the services and the counseling they receive at their schools. So it's like, and this is subversive, and this is subversive, and this is subversive. Educating states on the possibility and working with commercial labs on the possibility of what's called pooling, so that literally there could be one test run on, say, 10 samples, and this little mass nasty, and this little mass nasty, and this little mass nasty.
Dr. Redfield, you're talking about the guidance that the CDC has put out. It sounds like you think it is in the best interest of students and ways to safely reopen schools so far.
I mean, the truth of the matter is that as we reopen America, we've got to reopen our schools. We're going to stay focused at this task force on saving lives, meeting the needs of our state and our healthcare workers. In
the last 3 years, ICE has deported over 16,000 gang members. And the border, as you know, is setting new records for allowing people in that are allowed to come in, allowing people in illegally. It'll get a little.
This in some ways is a death cult, and then they use the terror that they cause by their savagery to extort. So get it arrested. So get it arrested. So get it arrested. But that's a sidelight to some extent to their basic purpose, which is violence and terrorizing people. They're virtually all illegal aliens. They come in now, although it's harder to get across the border, but traditionally they've come across the border into Houston and then fanned out across the United States into different centers of activity. We are going to seek the death penalty against Alexei Sayans, who is a leader, or a leader. We have the HSI and the FBI with operations down in El Salvador. The last slide, and I share faith.
El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala did not cooperate with the United States at all. They wouldn't let us bring people back, and Minneapolis, where we had the National Guard go in, and as soon as they did that, we straightened that mess out. They should have been able to do it locally with their police. See a little bit of the wheel, do a little bit of shit,